What is humanity? What does it mean to be a human being? And are you actually one? Hi everyone, I am Brian Krolf, and I am here at the beautiful, majestic, magnificent Schönbrunn Palace here in Austria, Vienna, to bring you a very special video on humanity and if you are actually a human being at all. So what is humanity? Do you know what the definition is? Well, the Oxford Dictionary, which other dictionaries are almost exactly in agreement with, says that one, it is the state of being human. Now let's analyze that for a second. What is it that makes us different from our close relatives, the chimpanzees and the bonobos? Or what is it that makes us different from a dog or a cat who we would have as a pet? Or a cow or a pig who people would eat? Not me, because I'm a vegan, but most people would eat that. You know, and what makes us different than, for instance, a plant or a rock, right? Well, we have what we call higher consciousness than these things. These things may have consciousness at some level, but that level is lesser than ours. We are supposed to be more conscious and have higher consciousness than these beings, okay? We also have what is called sentience, right? We have a sense of our own conscious. You know, some of these beings are conscious, but that doesn't mean that they have a sense of their own consciousness, that they can sense their own state of being and are aware of their own self. And also sentience is about having 5 senses in order to be aware of your state of being and your consciousness with. And it also means having emotions, okay? And we use these things in order to be of higher consciousness. And also it means having a identity, a sense of self and personal reality, an idea of who you are as a person, okay? And then lastly, it means having free will, okay? You have the ability to think for yourself and have ideas and make decisions that are your own, okay? You are not a robot or a computer program. You have your own free will and thought processes and decision-making capabilities. Then the second part of the definition from Oxford is the quality or state of being humane and having what is called benevolence. So what does this mean? This means having empathy for other human beings, having compassion, which means having a recognition of human brotherhood, and also having a recognition of other humans' human rights, and that human rights are part of the human condition that is universal, that all human beings deserve human rights, like basic safety, for instance.
Are you sure to take your daily dose of red pills consistently so that you can stay out of the matrix? The red pill is a medicine that only works if you take it in the right dosage and never miss a dose. One missed dose of red pills can mean turning back into a blue-pilled limp dick simp under the sharp heel of the evil feminist matriarchy. So make sure you are subscribed and that your subscription is set to all so that you never have to miss one of your daily doses of the red pill, because I'm releasing hot new red pill content every single fucking day just to make sure you don't have to. So make sure you will actually get notified when they are released, because you know that YouTube doesn't want to show you things that don't align with its liberal leftist feminazi agenda, and it shadow bans content creators like me who use free speech to speak out against these politics and stand up for the rights of the oppressed masses of men like you and me. And if you want to help me keep fighting the good fight, please donate using the PayPal link below so that I can keep this work alive, because I simply cannot do it without the support of viewers like you. And be sure to spread these messages and share these videos with any other men you know who could use a nice big dose of red pills.
And then the third and last part of the Oxford definition is learning concerned with the humanities, such as human culture, literature, art, music, and philosophy. Now that one is a bit of a stretch. I don't think you need to be highly educated in order to be a human being, right? Though it certainly does help you to cultivate more humanity, right? But let's focus more on these first two, which are more basic and definitely essential to being a human being or having humanity and being what is called humane. And the interesting thing here is that even though these are so basic and fundamental and essential, most people do not have all of these qualities, if they even have some of them. And this has been one of the very dark truths that I've had to face as a social scientist as I have traveled the world studying different social environments and cultures, and the human condition as a whole in its entirety is that most people do not have humanity. Most people are not humane. They do not feel a sense of brotherhood of man. They do not even recognize the human rights of others to things such as personal safety. And most people do not even have free will. They only have free won't, right? They don't know what it is that they want and have a will to do that in life. And they really only have an idea of what they don't want and won't do. And their will is actually something that has been taken over by the government and mass media and other authorities that are in charge of people's social conditioning, which has taken away people's free will and replaced it with their own will and program people's minds like computers or robots to do what the powers that be want them to. Which means that most people do not even have a real sense of self and who they are. They do not have a well-developed sense of personal identity. Okay, most people, when you ask them who they are, they will tell you about their job role that has been given to them because they've been made into these worker bees by society and people who built this castle here. So most people don't even know who they are and have a sense of self-identity. And then also most people are not entirely sentient. They're not really even aware of their senses. As a sexual educator, I realized most people are not sensual at all, and most people are very emotionally blocked. So they're not fully sentient, and most people are especially not very high consciousness and not much more intelligent than apes, right? And certainly not of a high level of consciousness, either intellectually or spiritually, okay? So most people do not possess the qualities of humanity. They are not humane people towards others, and they're not even humane in and of themselves in their own personal reality. So most people barely even qualify as being human. They just do not have the qualities of humanness. And this is a very disturbing reality to face, especially for me as a social activist, which goes along with being a social scientist. But hopefully you are watching this and are thinking to yourself, well, not me, I'm different. I do possess all those qualities. And if you are like that, then that is great. Good for you. You should reward yourself for that. Or if you are out there and you're thinking, oh my God, you're right, I do not have all those qualities, now is your opportunity to correct that and get involved in personal development and self-improvement and self-actualization work so that you can become a more developed human and cultivate your humanness and your consciousness and sentience and your willpower and your personal identity and also your humanity.
That concludes this video. Thanks for listening. I hope I mansplained that good enough for you. If you like what you heard, please click the like button. And if you feel you gained some value from this video and would like to give some back, please do so with the PayPal link below, because your support helps fund me doing this work and fight the good fight for men like you. If you are ready to take the red pill and wake up from the matrix and the matriarchy controlling it and learn everything you need to know about female on male sexism, get your copy of my newly released book called Misandry Exposed. On sale now for a special price that won't last long. So check it out by clicking the link below. And otherwise, you can stay tuned for my next video coming out tomorrow. And otherwise, take care of yourselves, men. because no woman out there is going to.